Greetings, comrades. It is that time of the year where many people will be traveling to Zimbabwe. Zimbabweans are all over the place. We are all over the place. Many will be driving foreign registered vehicles. People will be driving from Namibia to Zimbabwe, from Botswana, South Africa, Swaziland, Mozambique, Zambia, possibly Tanzania. Others will be, so many people would be driving. When you are driving a foreign registered vehicle, you are required to apply for a temporal import permit, TIP, because when you are a Zimbabwean not having a permit in your country of where you are coming from, or in a country where the vehicle is registered, you are required to pay duty on your vehicle. But because you are not a resident in Zimbabwe, you are resident in any of these countries where the vehicle is registered, you must provide proof. And this proof is in the form of a permit. So if you are on ZEP, for those that are in South Africa, you can drive your vehicle to Zimbabwe. You have to carry the latest directive and assure them that indeed you are resident in South Africa. If you are in Namibia, you are in Botswana, Mozambique, you have to show proof, Zambia, that you are resident in those countries where the vehicle is registered. In that case, you will not be asked to pay duty because you are visiting. You are resident in your country where the vehicle is registered. So you apply for a TIP. If not, even if you are working in any of these countries, but you have no proof that you are resident there, and the proof is in the form of a visa or permit, you'll be required to pay duty. So you can't take the vehicle to Zimbabwe unless you pay duty. So to avoid queues at the border, because we know that it is hectic during this time of the year, you can apply for your temporal import permit online. Instead of you queuing at the border, apply online. Just go to ecustoms.zimbra.zo.zw/ETIP. You complete the form. And when you complete the form, make sure that you include any other person that is going to drive your vehicle. Because if you give someone your vehicle who is not registered in the TIP, the temporal import permit, and they are caught by the police, they will impound the vehicle and will be fined. So make sure that the person that will drive your vehicle is included in the TIP. I saw on social media circulating that they will ask you to pay a duty. That I cannot say because I have no clue on that. But what I know is that they are going to impound your vehicle until you pay a fine. And in most cases, will not pay less than $500. So it's not a small fine. So make sure that in the TIP, you include a second driver so that you do not run into problems. And also, which of course, I find it a bit ridiculous, is that if I'm driving to Zimbabwe, when I'm applying for a TIP, or when I'm now in Zimbabwe, then I give lift to my friends, to my family members, I'm stopped at the roadblock. At times they will tell you that your TIP does not allow you to give lifts to anyone. And this is what I'm saying. At times I find it ridiculous, but this is what they normally do. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for that, that you might be told in a roadblock when you are coming from a wedding or from a party or whatever, from paying lobola, then you are told that no, 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 no. These people that are in your vehicle are not in the TIP. You are not permitted by the TIP to transport passengers. Sounds ridiculous, but this is what happens. So be prepared to that. And also remember that you must have those reflectors, red reflectors. Do not argue and say the lights at the back are reflectors. No, it doesn't work in Zimbabwe. They want those red reflectors. So make sure that before you travel, you sort that one out. You have your reflectors so that you do not get delayed at the border or delayed when you are inside Zimbabwe and then you are stopped in a roadblock. In Zimbabwe also, avoid traveling at night. They are wild animals. And carefully remember, there is no longer a fence which guard animals to get into the highway. So avoid, if you have a poor eyesight like me, avoid driving at night on highways. You are likely to hit a car or a donkey, so be careful. And also, our roads are not that good. I'm being diplomatic. Our roads are not that good. They are potholes. So be prepared for that. The potholes. And there's this joke. I'm about to conclude. There's this joke that we used to share. That in Zimbabwe, police do not bother, the traffic cops do not bother to carry breathalyzer. This machine that they use to take your level of alcohol if you drink alcohol. They'll simply stand some few meters. They observe when you are driving straight. They will stop you and they give you a ticket because they will be saying you are drunk. How can you drive straight in those potholes? So you have to drive zigzag because of potholes. So if you then drive straight, they will say, no, this man or this driver is drunk. They will certainly stop. I'm saying it's a joke. So that this joke explains the state of our roads, especially if you are driving to Victoria Falls, because we know that South Africans who would ordinarily go to Mozambique, Maputo for the festive season, this time around they might want to go to Victoria Falls. It's a nice place. Nice place. Go to Victoria Falls, go to Binga. There are other tourist attractions. You can go to Chinoi Caves, those blue waters underneath. It's a beautiful place. Zimbabwe is a beautiful country. If you are not a political activist, and you don't talk bad about the government, you are simply visiting, you will enjoy your stay. It's peaceful. It's only that when you then begin to do what some of us do, criticize the ruling party, government, then you might get into trouble. But if you are visiting with your family, you will enjoy your holidays. It's a beautiful country. Please like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you are on TikTok, please do follow us. Otherwise, goodbye.